If you haven't heard, Sony recently announced that starting in 2028, they're gonna kill physical PlayStation discs. And that fucking sucks. I'm not even a big gamer these days anymore, but this is going down a bad road, in my opinion. Now, for myself, my first console was a Sega Genesis, and from then I've had various consoles, but I've had all the PlayStations 1, 2, 3, PSP, Vita, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. Been a big PlayStation guy, and I can say right now, fuck PlayStation, fuck Sony for what they're doing. It's horrible. Now, like everyone else, I used to have physical games back in the day, but starting with PlayStation 4, I remember I think the first game I bought digitally was Infamous Second Son. And I was thinking, yeah, I mean, I don't really have a car. How old was I? I'm like 22 and live in New York. I don't have a car. I'm not going to go to the store today. I can just pay for it and get it today, though. So let's try this out. And it was cool. You know, digital has some convenience to it. And over the years, it just got kind of shittier and became less convenient with the amount that you're supposed to be tethered to the internet to play these games. At one point, I think it was 3, maybe 4 years ago, I had everything modern. I had a modern Xbox Series, I had PlayStation 5, I had the fucking Meta Quest 2, I had the Steam Deck, and at a certain point, just, I don't know, I wasn't really a fan of the way the game industry was going, and it also just took way too much damn time. So I was like, I want to read more, and gaming is taking too much time from that, so I sold all of that. The only thing I had left was my Switch, and I gave that away recently because whatever. As of now, all I have is a PC, which I don't think can play really anything in any good settings, and a Switch 2, which is mostly for my girlfriend and I to share because she wants to play Animal Crossing, I want to play Donkey Kong Bonanza, and then that's it. But nowadays, I don't really play modern games. You know what I play nowadays? I play fucking Game Boy games and some Game Boy Advance. Why, you may ask? This is why. I can take the game, put it in, turn it on, and then I'm playing. You can't do that shit anymore. With modern games, you have to load it up, log in, make sure you connect to the internet, download the update. I've been done with that shit for a couple years now. You may be asking, why don't I just get an emulation machine or play on PC? Because fuck that shit. I don't know if it's an age thing or if there's something to it, but I had more fun when I can hold the game in my fucking hand, put it in the machine, and just play. It was just more fun. Not to say there's not fun to be had with games these days. I'm sure there's tons of indie games that are really good. But for me, I don't have time to play every fucking game. Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, those are much shorter games. And they don't have any modern bullshit in them, so that's my preference nowadays. But about the same time where I sold all my games, I was just kind of overall thinking about my hobbies and all that. And I decided to stop spending so much time on games, spend more time reading books, reading comics, stuff like that. And a couple years ago, or maybe even a year ago, I was studying for a nutrition certification for my own knowledge and for a bit of coaching I was doing. And I was writing notes by pen, and I was like, this pen kind of sucks. I don't want to write that much with this pen. I looked more into pens and got into paper, and basically I got into more stationery, stuff like that. And I was thinking, this feels better. Is there anything to it? And I looked it up, and if you look at writing on pen, so writing on paper with pen versus typing in digital, there is literally a stronger connection with the physical stuff. So in my mind there, I was thinking there's a seed of, maybe digital isn't so super cool. I sold all my games and then writing stuff by hand is better. Maybe physical's kind of cool. I just had that in the back of my mind. Then I went to my friend's place. My girlfriend at this time was watching JoJo. And I went to my friend's place and we told him, hey, she's in the middle of, part 5. And he puts on a Blu-ray. I'm thinking, oh, that's cute, like a, disc-based stuff, cool. He showed me, I'm like, oh my god, this looks a lot better than it does on Netflix. So I was like, damn, maybe I should buy a Blu-ray player. And I was like, fuck, I sold my PlayStation, so I would have to get a Blu-ray player if I want to do that. So I did. Got a 4K Blu-ray player. First movie I bought was Into the Spider-Verse because it's one of my favorite movies and looks fucking awesome. And I'm like, wow, this is actually pretty sick. I like it. And before you know it, I had a bunch more movies. Right now I've got a binder full of some movies. Half of them are Spider-Man. The other third is like fucking anime stuff. But yeah, it's been a nice experience and it's really good having the fucking disc, putting it in the machine and watching the fucking movie. You don't have to log in to Netflix. You don't have to scroll through all the fucking ads that they have on there. And not just actual advertisements. I mean, whatever new show is available, here it is on the fucking front. No, fuck off. I just want to watch the thing that I intended to watch without getting an ad when you pause, which I think they do on half the streaming services now. And it looks 4 million times better and it sounds better. Not only that, but in between all this stuff I'm talking about, I recently got into vinyl stuff, got some of my favorite albums on vinyl, and it with the speaker I have and from the source material of the vinyl, it just sounds really fucking good. Like, the physical stuff has legitimate benefits for a lot of it. For gaming, you know, when you're, let's say you're streaming a game or, you know, playing it cloud, right? It's not going to play as well. But if you download like an emulator, it's going to be pretty damn close, but it can still be a bit better if you play on real hardware or hardware that mimics the actual hardware. I think it's called FPGA, that type of hardware where it pretends to be the Game Boy or whatever it is, and it's like perfect. You play with a physical card, it thinks it's an actual Game Boy, and it just plays perfectly. So the actual physical media, it has benefit, and the experience I find is kind of just better than digital these days. Like, obviously digital has convenience. It has tons of convenience. I have, like, don't get me wrong, I have a Kindle and I use it when I want to, you know, read something that either the physical book is like super fucking thick and I'm not buying that shit, or if I want to bring this on a trip and I can save a lot of space. However, there is something to getting a fucking nice hardcover and reading it on here. I'm not going to be like one of those weirdos who are like, I love books because I love the smell. No. It's just a nice experience actually opening it, and there's like you can feel the fucking paper and look at the actual words inked on here. It's nice, you know? It feels like an actual thing. It feels much less disposable. And there is a part of this psychologically where if you have and own something physically, you enjoy it more, you treasure it more. If something is digital, it's less, you give less of a fuck about it. It's, even if you pay for it, you know, you go on Netflix or Xbox Game Pass or something, there's like, even if you pay for it, there's just tons and tons of stuff you can't possibly play or watch all that shit. So you're just like, what do I play or watch? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I guess I could play that. Maybe I'll put it on the list. I don't know. For me, I just ended up barely playing shit, honestly. Like, I played a couple of things here and there, but it's just too much choice. It's the paralysis of choice. When you have fewer things, you grow to appreciate it more. Or if it takes you effort to actually use and acquire those things, like Blu-ray or something like that. Like, for example, if I had one of those little emulation machines from China and I had, you know, all fucking 3,000 Game Boy Color games on them, I'll be like, yeah. I mean, I had machines like that. It's like, yeah, I can play fucking anything, I guess. And I end up not playing much because it's like, yeah, I mean, the game's okay, but like, yeah, I have a lot of other games I can try, blah. Versus this, I'm like, okay, well, I got this. And if I want to play something, I'll have to go fucking buy it or find it. And it makes it more enjoyable when I actually have the fucking thing here, put it in the damn machine and fucking play. It's nice. So there was a point in my life where I just completely said, fuck physical media, digital is way more convenient. And I still agree with that in terms of comic books, because I've collected comic books, and you collect a bunch of those floppies, it's like, oh my god, this is such a fucking hassle to just have. You can't even pile them up properly after a while. They start collapsing. I'm not dealing with that shit. So digital, I still go digital for comics, because honestly, I don't really read comics over and over again. Like, I just read it once and I'm kind of done with it. That is more of a one and done for me. So the only comic I've ever bought actually is a Japanese volume of Death Note that I bought while I was in Japan, and motherfucking Berserk. This version of it, because it's huge and has, if you never read Berserk, the art is fucking phenomenal. So this is I haven't opened it yet because I want to buy all of them. This shit is not cheap, so I'm getting it over time, and then when I get them all, then I'll reread the series. But in general, comics I just read once, and that's okay for digital for now. But I used to just completely shit on physical. Like, that's fucking stupid, it takes up space. Like, why the fuck would I have that? I love digital. But it's not convenient anymore. It's just not. And in the announcement that Sony made with stopping digital or physical discs, they also announced that they were killing the PlayStation 3 and Vita store, which means, I don't know why the fuck they announced these at around the same time, but it's basically telling you, hey, PlayStation 6, which is not going to have a fucking disc drive probably, one day, if it's all digital, literally all of it is going to go away. How is that a sales pitch? What the fuck is that? I just don't think that's a good future in general. That's why I encourage people to take a second look at physical media if you've discarded it. I have in the last several months, last year, and I get it. Like I used to think, oh, man, these people are making bookshelves and just all this space of physical. It's like, yeah, that's kind of a waste of space. Like, whatever the fuck. But I get it now. I get it. There is value in it. If Nintendo servers fucking explode, I don't give a shit. I got the Game Boy Advance games I need. I want to get some more, but I got them here. If Crunchyroll explodes, I don't give a shit. I got Death Note right here. If Netflix goes down, who gives a fuck? I got fucking Shrek. Now, obviously, you can argue, I can just pirate everything. Fair enough. You can also do that. But it's nice having the actual thing. It's nice. And the Blu-rays are higher quality than digital files. I know you can get a digital file that has the Blu-ray quality, but those are like fucking 30 gigs. And no, I'm not doing it. Digital still has some conveniences, but as of right now, I don't feel like it's that convenient. And down the line too, you're not gonna have anything. It's not gonna be convenient to look at your library because it can just fucking go. I bought some episodes of TV shows back on PlayStation TV back in the day, and guess what? They're fucking gone. I paid for that shit, and it's fucking gone. Whereas I paid for the Emperor's New Fucking Groove, and this will remain mine until the disc explodes. You can't say that with digital. I just don't like where things are going. I don't like it. Just everything's moving to digital. Get your account. Make sure you have your phone. Scan this QR code so you can log into your fucking account that we can just remove. You don't own shit. You lease it. Whatever. You need to be connected to the internet. If your internet's down, guess what? All your media's fucked. You can't do shit. You can't listen to fucking music anymore. Whoops. Uh-oh. It's just, I don't like where things are going. The constant subscriptions and stuff. It's just, all this to say, if you care about something, fucking buy it so no one can take it away from you. Unless they physically steal it from you. And in that case, well, you can't do anything about that anyway. Yeah, fuck Sony. If you've enjoyed me just ranting into the wind, leave a comment. How's your physical media collection? You gonna start building it, or you don't give a shit? You love digital? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the newsletter down below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.